Happy New Year, guys. Oh man, if I could just send my love for you guys, just to move your bodies and just stretch a little bit. And I know it hurts and stuff like that, but just get the ball rolling. Ooh, I'm getting emotional. What's going on? It will change your life. Fitness changed my life. Happy New Year, guys. Team PPD 2026, ready to rock. Hey guys, got my media towel up here. Wanted to throw this bad boy up here, and finally, because I've been trying not to, but I'm going to. I throw this bad boy up here. Let's see. Talk about, I guess, myself. This is the part that I've been dodging. I was at the gym just 2 days ago and I was going to do it, and I sissied out. I did 4 or 5 clips this morning. I told myself I was only going to do 1, but I did 5 and I just felt so off. So this time I'm being brave and I'm just going to go with it and do this, like I said, the TikTok live sales. So I just want to kind of be myself and talk about the stuff that I want to talk about, why I started the company and everything else. Maybe I'll have those clips at the end as like a blooper. I think those would be pretty funny. So anyways, so the reason why I was kind of reaching out now, guys, to kind of be more like transparent. I've been off Facebook now for all social medias. Let me slow down though. I've been off all social medias here for a little while now. About 5 years. So when my daughter Tammy wanted to finally go to social medias, I didn't feel like she was prepared and for it. And that's my own beliefs and everything else, how she can control the content and everything. At the time, it was kind of new to me as well. I was not really big into it anyways as a kid. Maybe did a little bit of MySpace, which is fun. There's some Facebook too. But anyways, so I didn't think she was prepared. So I told her we'd meet in the middle. I wouldn't do social media anymore. And I would just, watch my workout videos and my inspiration stuff through YouTube. So we kind of came up with the deal, like, okay, no more social for me. It's not healthy for me either way too, as well, to be watching this type of stuff constantly if I'm not going to be using it as a tool, as we're going to be doing, right? So, yeah, if this dies, I'm going to have to delete some storage again and go back again. But it will be one take and just split, but this is the power. But anyways, so yeah, so I decided then and there that we'd go ahead and get off social. So I've been off social for a while, and while I was at my job, I needed to figured out some things in my own life that I needed to start my own company, and I did think I needed to be my own boss eventually now. And I had some great ideas. So while I was working on it all with this PPD, Pivot Product Designs, and the media towel, and how I've been wanting to make sure I can get this out and rocking. So now I feel like socials is okay now. So like now I'm going to do it for my business. I feel like socials I can use as a content to be like controlled to help people. And I think that as long as I'm like trying to help people, that's the most important. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a little weird now to look at myself on the screen, but it's a process. I'm asking you guys to be brave to walk into gyms where you physically don't feel maybe brave enough to go in, or even mentally brave enough, which we'll kind of talk about. I think this is going to die. It keeps popping in storage. So let me press pause real quick, guys. Delete some storage and it'll start fresh. That way I don't see that keep popping up and throw me off. All right. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned. Hit pause. All right, guys. Thank you for staying tuned. All right, sorry. So I figured out the whole storage. But anyway, so we're back at it. I'm at social media now. I'm back at it for my company. And the reason why, during that time, the 5 years I've been out, I've actually hurt my back several times. I've had 3 back surgeries. At one point, over the 5 years, I was up to 330, almost 340 pounds. Depression, I don't know what the levels go to, but it's pretty low. So during that time, about the last year and a half, I slowly hurt my back, which had been the 4th time I would need a back surgery. I already had 3. So while working, I just didn't know. Slowly, my back started getting worse. Over time, my sciatic pain getting worse. Very confusing because I losing weight, which I'm told was good for my body, and it just seemed like it was still hurting me more. So it just got to a point to where I literally had to go to, having 2 benches, one in the living room, one in the kitchen. And, for about 6 months while I was waiting, trying to figure out the surgery thing and what everything else I was going to do with my life, because I didn't want a fusion. I've just heard the worst things about it. My back degradation would be just terrible as I age. I already have a lot of back issues, so I want to make sure I stay from under the knife, right? So I don't want to do that. No one wants to do that, right? So I, in those chairs, had a lot of time to really think about stuff and really figure out my life and balance it out. And I really figured out like I needed to kind of get back into shape and figure my life out and really start taking control of things that, I knew I could take control of, which was my eating and my body. So I started learning stuff from watching these YouTubes. I got off social media, but I didn't get away from YouTube because everyone needs inspirational, faith saved my life during this time. And God kind of got content to me to see like Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil, you know, these great books by everybody, Bob, Tony Robbins, tons of Oprah. So, you know, so a lot of those guys, that saved my soul. But the thing is, I need something to save my physical body as well. And thank God, you know, I was able to find Athlean X, Steve Cavalier with the stretches and everything else like that. So many PTs online, just random PTs I would find, these stretches where they would kind of looked up the ones that no one talked about, or like said, you know, I forgot how we looked it up, but I looked it up to find the ones that no one was really using, or they said the secret from the family or stuff. So anyways, I found a lot of these stretches and I started just doing it in my bed, in the chair, the two chairs while I was doing it. Like my wife was cooking the food and I'm sitting there with my kiddos and we're just kind of sitting at the table, or I'm sitting in a chair in the kitchen and they're, you know, they have that little stand thing across. So they're sitting there. So yeah, so those times and being stuck in my room and the kids are at school, I just watched as much content as I could to really help me kind of balance my life out. And once I was able to kind of do that, which is really cool with all the faith stuff and really kind of getting at it. At one point I needed a lot more though. I had to move to like Ed Milet and Andy Frisella and like especially Jocko, Bobby Gunn, because those guys are the inspirational guys. So that's all on YouTube, right? So you can watch this at your guys' bed, and if it just gets you enough to fucking stretching, beep, boop, I'll fix that. But if it gets you to start stretching, those videos really got me going. I grew up in, you know, I was born in 78, so I watched all these 80s movies, and you just watch these guys just get pummeled in the beginning of the movie. And what do? They always fucking fight back. Beep, boop. They fight back, but they had to work hard for it, and I love that. And that's why I love martial arts and those old school movies, and that's why I used to do family old school movie night with my kids, to show them those movies, to kind of show them the type of life hardships you'll have to get this awesome win, you know. So anyways, I floated off on that one. So I'm trying to figure out here, guys, is to make sure I get inspiration to you guys. I'll slowly tell you guys my story of me, myself, and kind of the things I've been through. I'll throw up, I can't saying this. I'll throw up some pictures of myself over the last, like, just couple years. And, storage again, son of a, so over the last couple years, I'll put it on this big old gap over here. This is very embarrassing a little bit, but you know, that was past me. And this guy was brave enough to get back in the gym, like doing the stretches at home, got everything else I needed. I got myself back in the gym. So anyways, I want you guys to start doing, because it's the New Year's, right? Start stretching at your bedside, get going. I've gotten the production line going with Nearshore. I'm really excited. They seem so amazing. So I'll be having these towels soon. So I need you guys to start preparing to start moving your bodies at home. You've seen the videos of me in my bathroom hanging it up in there. That's where I watched a lot of my videos. I'm brushing my teeth. I'd hang it up there and listen to my inspirational videos to kind of make sure I can do my stretches. I was stretching at the time. It was very painful. So I needed a lot of that push. And I know a lot of it's mental too, right? So that's why we're going to work on our mental stability and getting going on that and being strong enough to go in. You know, I used to go into the gym at UFC and do these stretches. Man, I had my head a couple times. I would be so much pain. I couldn't even do anything, but I know I needed to stretch it out. And that, you know, some of these super exercises that I'll show videos that really save my back in there. So anyway, so I need you guys to start moving. Everyone's got their New Year's resolutions. I do every year too. I always did fitness, and I'm sure everybody else did too. So stay tuned, because this app will get you guys moving. I say we move our bodies. Let's get going. We don't have to be in the gyms yet, right? Let's just get our bodies moving. Let's download some of the content and get a little bit more comfortable with ourselves so we can get brave enough to walk into the gym. It took me a while too, especially being hurt because my ego of being able to do the workouts I used to be able to do that I couldn't do anymore. So that took a lot of mental fortitude to get past too, which again, that's where you got to find your faith and the content for you to really inspire you to get moving. And that's just really to get yourself into the gym. And that's why I'm doing the app, right? So that way you can connect with us on there. We'll get you to talk to, we'll get you somebody hired that sounds a lot like Tony Robbins, not like me, to get you inspired to like walk into that gym and feel supported. So watch out for that app. I got my super amazing Mauricio on it. So yeah, I'm getting really chatty, and it already said I'm running out of that, and you can see my windows are steaming. So thanks for staying tuned, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll kind of unravel my story and everything else, and maybe start writing down a script, or at least have like a piece of paper of like hot points, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to kind of be off script because I will be on TikTok sales, and to kind of be open and honest with you guys. And like I said, you guys are trying to be brave, so I'll be the same, and really start to unpack how I really accomplished this. I literally am in the best shape of my life. Over a year and a half ago, I couldn't walk, or 340. Oh my God, dude, it's so crazy. So I'll do the pictures, we'll do more stories. I'm gonna ask Orange. I think I've said bye 4 times, which is my good stuff. But anyways, guys, all right, well, Happy New Year, guys. Oh man, if I could just send my love for you guys, just to move your bodies and just stretch a little bit. And I know it hurts and stuff like that, but just get the ball rolling. Ooh, I'm getting emotional. What's going on? It will change your life. Fitness changed my life. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm crying right now. So maybe not those the mental shape. Yeah, I'm the best shape and mental. This is just my old self crying, proud of himself, dude. Even though I was in a lot of pain, I still pushed through that door and did the hard ass work. And eventually, you guys could get like that and feel strong enough to walk in your own shoes. Once you get comfortable at the gym, feels really dope. The ground under your feet feel different. I promise you that. You get a good gym bag, a little bit of confidence, and when you step on the ground, it shouldn't feel like sand and shaky. You step into this place, you'll feel fucking confident, dude. Beep, boop. And we'll get you there. I swear, we'll do our best to get you moving, and then and setting you guys up with the same stuff I did in protocol and this vision I had about 5 years ago, and what really saved me too. So if I can send that back and just help a couple people, would be dope. And that's why I did this towel, is to really help me and my family. So thanks for being a part of it. I got emotional. Well, that's I'm a passionate cat, dude. I'm passionate about fitness and passionate about, but they wanted to cut my back, and I did it myself. And I know that I'm no medical doctor or anything else like that, but let's use all the tools that we can before we have to get cut, right? So, and I want to try to facilitate that. So, all right, guys, stay open. So you can see, woo, look how hot it is, sweating. So this is emotional, and it's just steaming because it's hot out. Because as you know, I'm using the media towel. So anyways, guys, thanks for being a part, staying with me in this whole thing. And we'll see you soon. I'm really excited. All right, Team PPD out. Boom. All right. Ooh. Hey, hey, dude, I scared myself into Keanu Reeves. No, Keanu Reeves. All right, dude, you cannot play that, dude. No way. Good morning, Team PPD. Hey, guys. Happy New Year, everybody. Awesome. 2026 is on its way now. So, as everybody knows, and as I did, I think my whole life is every January 1st is I'm going to exercise. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. Wait till you see me next year. So, and then always I'd be super motivated for the first couple of weeks, and I'd be dumped out and everything else. But I also just, let's see. Yeah. That's why. Happy New Year, Team PPD. All right, 2026. Here we go. And then here we go with the first beginning of, hey, good morning. Hey, 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. All right. I know everyone had a beautiful, safe night and made it home safe. And we had a bunch of New Year's resolutions put out there this year, right? Everybody does. I have since, I think, probably since I was 18, I always did the New Year's Eve going to be the best shape of my life type of stuff. But I never really followed through with it as